Today we're doing the first ever Maryland meme review. I'm going to take a look at some of the funniest Maryland memes and jokes you can find online and giving you my thoughts on them and then giving them a rating of 1 through 10 Maryland blue crabs. So stay tuned. Welcome back. This channel is all about showing my pride in my home state of Maryland and helping Maryland families realize their dreams of home ownership. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit that little bell icon to stay current on my latest content. So let's jump right into it. When you're to Maryland for your own good. So I thought this was pretty funny. Yeah, we love our Old Bay for whatever reason. That is like totally part of our culture here in Maryland. We eat it on our pizza, on our ice cream, on our french fries, obviously on our crabs. But yeah, I guess if you gotta lick something, you might as well pour some Old Bay on it first. I'm gonna give this one 7 crabs out of 10. You know you're from Maryland if you introduce yourself by your county. So this one cracked me up because yes, I absolutely know people who introduce themselves by their county. This is a real thing in Maryland. Now usually people start off by saying like what area in Maryland. So like I'm from the Eastern Shore, I'm from Southern Maryland, I'm from Baltimore. And these are like completely different areas, completely different culture, different lifestyle altogether. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 crabs out of 10 because this is super relatable. It's pretty funny and yeah, we really do that here. You know you're from Maryland if you think old newspapers make great tablecloths. Growing up, we used to save our newspapers specifically so that we can use them as tablecloths when we're eating our crabs. That is a very real thing here in Maryland. I don't know what people do nowadays. Maybe they get some printer paper or something. But yes, saving newspapers specifically for crab feasts, that's a very real thing. That's a challenge that all Marylanders are very familiar with and have gone through at some point. This is pretty funny. I like this one. I'm gonna give this one 8 crabs out of 10. Only in Maryland, ... This one took me a moment, and if you look, she's handing out crabs instead of candy for trick-or-treaters. Nobody actually does that, I don't think. I could definitely see somebody handing out like mallets or something like that for trick-or-treaters, you know, or maybe some kind of crab-themed toy or something. I'm gonna give this one 5 crabs out of 10. Welcome to Maryland, where the weather is made up and the seasons don't matter. So I love this. This is 100% true here in Maryland. We are like the only state we can get all 4 seasons within a week. We will literally get a foot of snow one day and 2 days later it's 70 degrees and everything's just melted and it's all saturated and soaking wet. Super relatable. This is like exactly what we experience here in Maryland. Plus it's got Drew Carey in it. I don't know if you know this, but I actually met Drew Carey once. I was actually a contestant on The Price is Right. Drew Carey called me on down. I got up to go up on stage and everything.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Price is Right. Let's find out who's next.
Malcolm Lawson, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Just for that reason alone, I'm definitely giving this a 10 crabs out of 10. You know you're from Maryland if this was your first baby food. Again, this is one of those jokes that takes you a moment. You have to kind of look at it. And if you look, it's got steamed crabs as baby food, which is kind of gross. But if you look at a larger picture, yeah, like kids are raised up on eating crabs here in Maryland. It's just part of our culture. I don't think anybody goes as far as giving it to babies. Maybe they put like Old Bay in their baby food. I could see somebody doing that. But yeah, we are definitely raised since little children to love crabs and know how to pick crabs and eat them and everything. But nobody really does that with baby foods. I'm gonna give this one like a 6 out of 10. Says he's from the South, lives in Maryland. So this is pretty funny because we are technically below the Mason-Dixon line. We are in the South. And this is kind of a contentious issue here at Maryland that we are part of the South technically, but nobody really considers himself in the South here. I kind of wish they would have found a better picture. Like it's just a picture of a guy with a cowboy hat on. I feel like they could have had a better picture in this. The caption's funny. It's relatable, it's a real thing, but that picture is just not doing it for me. I'm gonna give this one 4 crabs out of 10. Kids in Maryland be like, the day after it was supposed to snow 10 inches. So again, this is pretty funny because this happens, man. We get a bad blizzard, we get 10 inches of snow, 2 days later, it is all gone. So what we've learned here is if you wanna go sledding, you take advantage of that snow while it's here. If it's snowing, you go out there that day and you go sledding because it could be gone, man. It could be gone within 24 hours, it could be gone. So this is pretty relatable. I'm gonna give this one, I don't know, a 7 crabs out of 10. If we could not have all 4 seasons of weather in 1 week, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's exactly what happens here in Maryland, that we literally have all 4 seasons. We have scorching hot weather, then we have a blizzard, then we have a rainstorm come in. Like, the weather here is crazy. It cannot make up its mind whether we're in the north or the south. And then we have, you know, we have the mountains off to our west, we have the ocean to their east, and we have the bay in there in the middle. I don't know if that plays a factor in our weather. I think it might somehow. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Dundalk, the only place on Earth where the poop plant is the gold at the end of the rainbow. So I'm not that familiar with this one. I'm guessing that big gold building must be a waste management facility up in Dundalk, and it just how happens that the rainbow was pointing towards it that day. So it's kind of funny. I'm not that familiar with this one though, so I'm gonna give this one 3 crabs out of 10. Can't find anything else to tax in Maryland? Tax the rain. So that is Martin O'Malley right there. That is our former governor. And yes, we had a rain tax in Maryland, and that just did not sit well with anybody here in Maryland. I mean, that's like taxing the wind or taxing the weather. And if you don't recognize that hat, that is from Scumbag Steve, which is just another funny little meme that's going around for a long time. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 crabs out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out my video about 15 ways to tell that you're from Maryland. I go over some of the common stereotypes and jokes about Marylanders. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Maryland specific content, and I'll see you over in this video.